What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another Saturday evening live right here on the Joe Wentz Project TV for all your guitar needs. Well, yeah, I don't know if it'd be, everybody would, but we have a good time here. But I can't do this by myself. Let's bring them in. You know them, you love them. The other half of the duo, the Butcher.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, brother, man?
And that music for that intro was really good. I was sitting there listening to it. Wow, man, that's really good. Where'd you find that?
It's a piece of music that when I was putting that together on the editing software app on my phone. Of course, that music is copyrighted by somebody because
sure.
At the end of the broadcast, it says that it's not a strike, but a claim comes up, which I don't care. I don't try to monetize these live things anyway because we play music sometimes. I ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
We just have a good time. But anyway, man, how has your week been? What's been going on for you?
Let's see. This week I played more. I played for 3 days. And when I say 3 days, that's 6 hours a day. The day gets away from me, man. One day I played drums, practicing, working on the songs that we're doing. Then another day I'm working on a personal song for myself. And the third day, well, I guess I was still working on that personal song that I'm working on. But
okay,
I hadn't played that much in 1 week in a while, man. I get an hour here, an hour there, but to sit down and play, 5 hours, it's great, man. Great.
That is a good feeling. That's nice, man. I personally, I told Ralph earlier in the green room, the past 2 days, today and yesterday, I've been doing nothing but playing. I'm trying to learn a piece of music, and man, my fingertips are shot. I mean, even if I wanted to play, I can't. I tried to demonstrate something a second ago, just not even plugged in, and I went to do it. I said, whoop, that ain't happening. Just my fingertips are just that raw.
When you say you were trying to learn a piece of music, when you call it a piece of music, I think of Mozart or Bach or something. I'm trying to work on this piece of music like it's some kind of symphony or something.
No, it's nothing of that nature, as you know, sir. It's just something I've always wanted to learn how to play, and I haven't said nothing yet because I'm still working on it, and I, it's in the ballpark, but it's nowhere.
And it is kind of funny that you haven't tackled this before.
It is, and
it's out of my reach. I can't do it.
Yes, I've always shied away from it because I would see other people, and now people play it like it's nothing, and I'm like, So I started to research and look at the lessons online. You can, that's what I love about YouTube. You can look up almost any song and try to learn how to. Of course, everybody's interpretation is a little different.
Yes.
And but it's so I looked up a few channels and I was like, well, all right, let me try it. So it's been a struggle, but it's getting a little bit smoother. I sent Ralph one of the takes the other day, and
that sounded good.
Well, thank you, but it's still got a lot of smoothing out to do, man. But we'll get there, man. We'll get there. I'm just, I'm trying to take my time, let my fingertips heal, and we'll go.
I know we and Joe were talking about that. As long as we've been playing, we have calluses on our hands. I mean, how can our fingers still get so sore?
It's crazy.
You wouldn't think that would happen, but it does.
You wouldn't. After all these years, you would think that, it'd be tough, like, oh, I can play for 4 hours and it won't hurt enough. And I always thought, I said, man, how do people play live every night on shows? Like, I'm talking about like arenas, and
sure,
if their fingertips are real, I'm like, do they deal with that? I know SRV used to put super glue on his fingertips, and
okay, so
that way,
yeah,
that way it put like a coating over it, and he could play, and I guess it wouldn't hurt, but I don't know. It's pretty wild. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. J&R's Talking Guitars podcast. We appreciate you being here, and we do our best to engage with the chat. That's the one thing about this show is we really, really try to engage with the chat the best we can. Not a lot of other guitar podcasts, if you will, really do that. They kind of just talk about whatever, and the chat's there. They might acknowledge a super chat here and there, but
exactly,
they don't really include the chat. And that's something that I've never understood, because if you don't have an audience, man, you don't have a show. Mm-hmm. And to me, you shouldn't brush off your audience, because
no, man, it makes them feel like they're part of the show.
Well, whenever I Well, I watched the show last night, and we'll get into that. And it felt good to get a shout out. Now, did I do a super chat? Yes, I did, and I'll explain why I did that later. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's get. Speaking of that, let's get to the chat and let's see what's going on here.
Who showed up?
Who showed up? As Ralph says, number one is Ecater is in the house.
Wow, he caters first. All right.
Ecater says, nice, a Marshall DSL100 should be fun. I had the smaller DSL20 back in 2022. It was a great little amp. Thank you, Ecater. AB Normal is here. I'm here live for this one, he says. All
right. Made it live, all right.
Thank you. Yes, we appreciate you being here, sir. Dave Orkin. Hey, hi, hello. What's going on?
Hey, hi, hello.
How you doing, Dave?
What is that? Joe got smooches. What is that?
The thumbnail.
Oh, that's right. I asked Joe about that. I said, what's up with that?
I just thought it'd be funny.
Hey, it got
because that would never happen in real life. But I was like, you know what? Let's just have some fun with this. Rod, what is going on, brother Rod? He says, hello, Joe and Ralph.
What's going on, man?
Nice to see you, man. AJ Brown, downtown AJ Brown is here.
There he is.
He says, good evening to all my internet friends. Ready to talk all things guitars, snacks, and what Joe bought this week.
That wraps it up. That's what our shows are about, pretty much. Snacks and what Joe bought this week.
Oh, God. There's down the street, Dylan. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, man?
Hey, Dylan. What's going on?
He says, hello, Joe and Ralph. It's good to see you, man. Went by and visited Dylan's father yesterday and talked to him for a little bit. Lenny had a nice conversation. Such a nice guy. And he pulled out a guitar from his arsenal while I was there. He goes, man, I want to show you my favorite guitar. I said, yeah, man, let's see what you got. And it was the Zakk Wylde, his model was called the Odin. Oh, and it's the white and black bullseye, and it's got the little flame on the end because he can't do, Gibson copyright and all that. But and I've seen those before. I've seen that particular one. It's been a long time. I saw it at GC years ago, but he took it out of the case and let me hold it. I said, man, that thing. I said, how much is this thing? Does this thing weigh, Lenny? 10 pounds? He goes, it's close. It's close, and you could just hold. I was like, man, I couldn't wear that long.
So Lenny plays too.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
I didn't know that either.
Dylan. I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that Lenny played too. He plays some too.
All right. And
I thought that was great. So I'm assuming Dylan and his dad might jam together sometimes. I guess. I don't know. I didn't ask, but
yeah, you would think
it would make sense. But yeah. Yeah, he showed me that guitar. I said, man, and it's sharp, man. It's in mint condition. It's like nothing on it at all. I was like, I really just scared to grab it. I was like, here you go. Let's see. Scott from South Carolina is here. He goes, I sold my 100-watt Marshall 4 years ago. When I was moving to South Carolina, it was too loud for my basement.
Oh, wow.
That's when an attenuator comes into play. It saved my tail here because, yes, it can get loud, and it's just amps are either loud or off unless you got a power soak or an attenuator to hook up. Then it's a lot more easier to deal with. We got Slimfire in the house. Hey, Joe and Ralph, and all of you guitar players. Slim, how you doing?
Hey.
Nice to see you, sir. MPL is in the house. MPL says, hello, Joe and Ralph and everyone.
Hey, MPL.
Nice to see you, sir. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Mr. David Edward is in the house. Hello, everyone. Joe and Ralph, good to see you. It's good to see you too, sir.
Hey, David.
Thank you. Mr. Kevin Newman has made it. He says, hello, everyone. This is one fine in an amp. Yes. Yes, it's amazing what AI can create, isn't it?
All right. What exactly did you punch in? Put in a really hot girl kissing me. What did you punch in, Joe? What did you punch in?
No, I typed in Joe and Ralph at Guitar Center with Marshall DSL100 and an attractive redhead female kissing Joe on the cheek. That's what I did. Okay. I didn't think it would do it. I thought, man, it ain't gonna do that. And it popped up, and I said, that's hilarious. And it says on her shirt, if you look, it says Guitar Center, because I put employee. I said that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I said, go ahead and use that. That would never happen in real life, like I said, but it's fun to be silly with that stuff.
It's getting better and better. The AI.
It is. It's getting to the point where I watch a lot of the Star Wars fan films that are made now with AI, and it looks so real. And what I love about those fan films, just to get away from guitars for 1 second, they keep it in the timeline with Han, Luke, Leia, and Obi-Wan, and
that's when you liked it, right?
That's when we all liked it when we were kids, and they keep it in that time zone or whatever, timeline.
Time zone.
Yeah, time zone. What? Yeah, timeline, and it's really cool. All right, here we go. Back to the chat. We got Liquor Master Flex. He goes, "We're live."
Liquor Master Flex. That's such an interesting name.
Yeah, it's cool. Jimmy Z, what's going on? I saw you in Marty 5150's comment section last night. I watched. He goes, "Hope you fellas are doing all right." Thank you, sir. I've watched Marty 5150 for a long time, and I was subbed at one time, and I looked and I thought, well, why am I not subbed? So I resubbed, and I don't know what happened there. Who knows? But I was watching his video where he got was it a Gretsch or something? He got a hollow body Gretsch, and he was talking about it, and which I'm not. They look cool, but I don't. It's just not a. It's just not my cup of tea. But I enjoy Marty 5150. He seems like a really laid back guy, man. Really nice, soft spoken, incredible player. I've learned a lot from watching his channel, Ralph. I've learned some Van Halen stuff, like on guitar, by watching him.
All right.
And he just, I enjoyed watching him play, and I love to hear his stories. He's got some really good stories. You have to catch him. I thought he might have a playlist with just the stories, but he doesn't. So you have to kind of peruse through his channel to try to find a story or two. But he's got some good stories to tell, and I like that. I enjoy it. I'd rather hear his stories than anything else. I think he's a good storyteller. But
so are you, for that matter.
Well, I appreciate that, but I like Marty 5150. But yeah, I saw Jimmy Z comment, and I said, "There's Jimmy Z, man." And I put Jimmy Z, James Z. No, I didn't type that, but if I would have, he would have known what I meant.
I remember at One Guitar Center, we did a little video. I handed you a hollow body Gretsch. Joe was huge. It was huge, and you almost, it's like you didn't know where to start, and it brought out a different kind of playing in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable playing something like that. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do here?
With the big spoon whammy bar.
Yeah, spoon handle. That's just not me, man. But Kerry Crouch, hey Joe and Ralph, happy Saturday night. Hope everybody in the chat is doing great. Yes, sir.
Hey, Kerry.
We are. Jamie Graham is here. What's up, guys? Jamie made a nice comment on our rehearsal video, Ralph, just about an hour and a half ago. Yes. Thank you, Jamie. That's really nice of you to do that, man. He said how many decibels got into the room. I remember once it hit 107.
107.
But it hovered around 100, 103.
Yes.
Yes. 136 solo. What's going on? Are your fingertips erupting? You could say that. Yes.
Wow. Very intuitive on that one.
Han he's slick, man. He's very slick. Ain't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well, man. Oh, Han's a good dude. Good dude. Casey Lee is here. Hello, guitar gang. I've been off the last 3 days repairing 2 of my guitars and playing 2 to 3 hours at a time.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep, it just flies, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. There's nothing better than jamming, man. That's what it's all about. That's what we all love. Mr. Kerry Crouch chimes in. Hey, Joe, the chick from Guitar Center in your thumbnail looks a lot friendlier than the old man from the thumbnail last week. Yeah, that old man was disgruntled, wasn't he? He was like ticked off. Yeah, he was upset. He was I have no idea why. I just let my imagination run wild with that stuff.
So you said put a GOB in the background.
Yeah, and let's open up this Guitar Center, and this old employee is ticked off because I'm not supposed to be touching the guitar or something, you know. But yeah, it's
next
let's
time.
see.
Put a Guitar Center employee with a guitar. He's swinging a guitar at you like he's fixing to bash one over your head or something.
Yeah, we could do that.
See what comes of it.
Ralph's face is covered up by the chat feature.
Is
Not
it?
over here.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, he must be watching on his phone. It might. Oh, the chat rolls up on the phone. The scroll. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know what he's talking about. Oh wow. Okay.
You ain't missing much, man. You don't need to see this face.
Oh, don't say that, man. Let's see. Mr. Bill Frank chimes in. Hello from Detroit Rock City. Joe and Ralph, I hope you had a blessed week. Thank you, sir. Yes. I hope you did too, man.
Very good week.
Yes. Let me go down to Mr. Mick. Did you change your thumbnail there? Let's see. Your avatar. Hi, Joe and Ralph. Joe, have you ever thought about getting a quad Cortex? No, sir. I know what you're talking about, but no. And for good reason, well, my opinion, which doesn't amount to as my grandma would say, to a hill of beans. I'm like, what? But she'd always say that. And I'm like, huh? Where's the hill and where's there beans on it? I don't understand. But anyway, ever since I went back to using pedal boards and I got on with the Friedman IR-D, I left modelers and all and just didn't look back. Then it evolved to the PRS MT15, which I still use in this live setup today, and using tubes and all that. And I was like, oh my God. So it's, you can't get no more pure than that, I feel. But no, I have not thought about getting one, sir. I have not. I hear great things about them, but I'm very happy with my current setup. So I don't, it's funny. I was watching Marty 5150 last night do a demo of this effects processor by Donner. And Donner, if you don't know, is more on the lower tier price for pedals. I mean, they got some good stuff. I've ordered a few things from them in the past, and I was happy with it. So he was doing I guess it was a paid promotion type video, and it sounded okay for what it was, but I noticed like when he would play a preset patch and the delay was on, the delay was just kind of in mono. It wasn't split stereo, and it doesn't. Maybe you could fix it where it could do that. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really watch the whole thing. I watched a few minutes, but I said, man, I remember those days where the delay is just all kind of in the middle. There's no spread. Mm-hmm. And now with this setup here, I get all those cool spread features, and it's just, I was like, oh my God, I'll never go back to effects processors, man. But that's just me. But let's see, Jamie Graham, he comments, he goes, it's amazing when you are working on something and you hang it up for the night, go to bed, it runs through your head all night, and you get up the next morning, pick up the guitar, and bam.
It's funny you say that. That is exactly how that works. It is. That's wild.
Yeah, and sometimes, Ralph, does this happen? You'll think about it so much, you try to go to bed and you can't sleep because it's going through you're like, damn, I'm almost there, you know?
It's like when I try some new stuff on the drums, trying out some new feels or whatever, and I'm trying them over and over so much that I always call it jelly legs. I play it so much that my leg doesn't even do the beat right anymore. That's when I know just stop. Then I'll go back and play it the next day. It just comes. Just, it's like all that work I did the day before paid off.
Paying off.
It just, bam, like you said, bam.
It just starts.
There you go.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed with me, there's some things I'm starting to see a little ray of sunshine with some. I'm like, oh, here it goes. I've been waiting to do this for years, and it's just now starting to happen. But I guess it depends on how focused you are on what you're doing and how much you put into it, I guess.
Yeah, there's been so many times I'd hear you say, I can't do that kind of stuff, or that's way out of my league. If you just hadn't put the time, you hadn't sat and focused on it like you just said. And now you are, and you find that you can do it.
Yeah, well,
and I know your time's limited too, but
yeah, that's the bad thing. It's time is very limited over here. But yeah, you're correct. Greasy Monkey Guitars chimes in. Hey, man, he goes, super glue was developed by the military to seal smaller wounds in the field or combat. So SRV was doing it right. How about that?
I use super glue in the meat department when I'd get a cut. Put some super glue on it, keep going.
I've heard people, yeah.
Sure did.
Well, that's good, man.
I don't need no hospital. I don't need any stitches.
I've heard tell of people getting that done in the hospital. If they couldn't get stitches right away, they'd put glue in it to seal it until, I guess they could attend to it further later or whatever.
Liquid Band-Aid.
Yes.
That's a thing.
Yes, it is. User kid, present. I wanted to be counted since we were taking attendance.
That's what we do, really.
Yeah, I'm just like giving everybody a fair shake in the chat, man.
Who showed up to school today?
Yeah, just, to give people a shout out and tell them thank you for being here. Jimmy Z says, I don't feel tardy.
You're not.
And Van Halen reference. I like that. AB Normal, I had an old DSL100 CR I just gave to my nephew for his first amp. I swapped the speaker for a Celestion. Is that Redback? Sounds awesome. We're hoping to be able to buy him his first amp, but money. Yeah, I understand, man. Yes. Mr. Bill Frank says, I always like Laney over Marshall. I like mid-range more on the Laney. Never played a Laney amp. That's nice. Let's see. We're going to go to AB Normal says that got both my nephews' guitars. One of them has an amp, so they can share till I can afford another one. Well, that's nice, man.
That is nice, really.
That is really nice. Slim, what's up, Slim? Slim Fire. Joe, I'm looking at the same Marshall amp, DSL100 with a 412 cab at Sweetwater. I have the DSL20 now with a 212 cab. Nice. That is nice. So let me touch on that real quick. What prompted me to want to do this? Well, there's a couple of reasons. I've never owned a Marshall amp. Never. And it's not, oh no, I don't want it. It's nothing like that. It just, the stars never lined up. Mm-hmm. And just I never had an opportunity where, let me get that or let me try. I just never have. And been watching a lot of Van Halen stuff lately. And of course, Eddie played a lot of Marshalls and he might have souped some of them up a little bit or hot rodded them or whatever. I don't know, whatever. You hear a lot of urban legends about that stuff. I don't know all the details of that, but either way, Marshall has a reputation and a legacy for years and years. And regardless, Eddie used those a lot in the early days. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, I know he played through a Plexi and all that, and there's all these different kind of models from Marshall you can go after, but it's a lot of money. I told Ralph this earlier, and I'll share it with y'all. There is a great independent mom and pop store we visited called Audio Centro. It's in Greenville, South Carolina. Tony runs that shop. It's an amazing shop, and he's had this Marshall JCM 800 stack for a good while, long as since we went there last year. Sometime I've seen it. And when we went to the Asheville Guitar Show a couple of months ago, he brought it with him, and it just looked so good, the full stack sitting there. I was like, man, JCM 800s, those are known for being in a lot of 80s music and stuff back in the day. They have a reputation. So I said, I'm just curious. I wonder how much he wants for that stack. So I reached out, and I'm going to let the chat guess, see if y'all can guess. Now, granted, I was still doing my research on this stuff, so I didn't know. And this is an original JCM 800 with the cabinets. Mm-hmm. So this is not a reissue. This is one of the originals. So I was just like, I want to see how much he wants for it, because if it's at a good price, I might get it. But as we know now, that didn't happen.
No, it did not.
But see if the chat can guess what the price tag was. And I'll reveal that. That's awesome, Slim. I'm glad. But yeah, I went ahead and looked up the Marshall DSL 100. I got some pictures we'll pull up to look at it. I hear you, David Edward. Liquor Master Flex says, I've seen those come up too. The fans are making better Star Wars content than Disney ever could. Yes. That's sad, isn't it? Isn't that something? Let me go down here to Jimmy Z. He says, Jimmy Z says that, agreed, Joe. Marty 5150 is absolutely awesome. Incredible player, awesome storyteller, very easygoing manner, and he can flat out rock. Yes, he can. Yeah, I enjoy his channel. I really do. Jimmy Z also chimes in, Joe, Marty's pretty much the same age as you. I kind of figured we were the same age, and Ralph as well. So we all kind of get the same stuff, I think. Similar perspectives. Yes. I enjoyed his video, man. He went outside. He lives out in the country, man, like way out. I think he's in close to Nashville or something. I don't know. Somewhere in Tennessee. And he went out on his deck and he put a 100-watt Marshall and he had his buddy go down the road on a dirt bike a mile away and film on his phone, and he turned that amp all the way up. He dimed it out, and he's playing. He's playing on his deck, and he's got a fog machine. He hits a thing in the fog coming out, and he starts playing like Eruption. And he did it really smart. He's got a camera on the back deck, and his buddy's down there a mile down the road with it filming, and you can hear it coming through the countryside.
I bet. You know?
And I was like, damn, it sounds like you're at a concert, like you're walking up to the venue, you know, it's in the distance.
Louder and louder,
yeah. But it was really, that's one of the first videos I saw by him years ago. I said, damn, that's cool as hell. And he's done a few of those videos, so I always thought that was really cool how he did that.
I'd like to crank one up all the way.
Yeah, I know, man.
Like today I played Joe's 5150 Iconic. It was on 3, and I had the decibel meter out, and it was hitting 100 when I was playing. It was just on 3, man, at quarter power too.
The loudest I had back in my gigging days was I always took the PV 5150 with me, and that was the only thing I had for something like that. And the most I ever had it cranked was on 5. That was only on one show. Because I just had to have the volume. I was like, man, I can't. Everybody else is loud, so I'm like, put it on 5. I could hear me then.
That's better.
Yeah, man. Clemson alum, hello. Joe and Ralph, hello, man. How are you doing?
What's going on?
Edwin Crane. Edwin, the time is 4:20. I'm just playing, man. On Solo, cool show. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's see if we can get down here and shout some more people out really quick. Matt Axman, what's going on, man? He says, I've got a JCM 2000 Marshall with a 412 cab. Yes. That's awesome, man.
Joe, where are you going to put this piece of equipment? Exactly. You got a spot?
Yeah, I got a spot where I'll change camera angles later, where the Marshall half stack is right now, because there's a Boss Katana head on top.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that off, and I got to move some stuff around, and I ordered another cabinet too, y'all, so I can make it a full stack. And it's going to go in the corner over here on the Hendrix side of the room, if you will, and set that baby up right there. And I got another power soak that I can hook up to it, and yeah, that's going to be fun, man. I was like, I've always wanted just a full stack. And I said, you know what? We're going to do it now.
Yeah, I know your real estate's limited in there, but you can go up. You can go higher.
Yeah.
On top of each other, sure.
Yeah, there's already half stack there, so it's not like, what am I going to do? So I'll be good. Matt Axman, that's awesome, man. Skunk says, hey, Joe and Ralph, ready to rock tonight. I'm telling you.
All right.
Mr. Curtis, what is going on? Let's see. Hope you're doing good, man. We got Elmo Hawk. Hey, Elmo Hawk, what's going on? He goes, hey, I'm here thanks to Phil McKnight talking about your channel on his stream. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Elmo, for being here. Appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Curtis. Great thumbnail. Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah. I like in the thumbnail how Ralph's looking down at the amp. You know, he's not looking.
I ain't paying attention to the
He's not looking at
the
the action.
debauchery going on over here.
Debauchery. Ralph's like, yeah, let me look. This is a cool amp.
I'm not looking.
Mr. Mick, he goes, yes, I did change my avatar. Okay, all right. So see, I'm paying attention. Let's see. Casey Lee says, LOL, my wife laughs at me because I'm constantly working out a song in my head and the fingers on my left hand are moving. Yes, I know exactly.
Does anybody else do that in the car? If you're listening to a song and you're playing the solo on your steering wheel, you know, or something?
Yes. Yep. I'm still guilty of that. I did that in school too, sitting in class. Mm. Okay. We got Chris Cobb Music. Hello, Chris, Joe, and Ralph. Good to be with you guys. New guitar day here. A PRS DGT and faded blue jean. Oh, we remember that color, Ralph. That was
Is that what's in your avatar?
No. Him. Yes, I would say him. Yes,
that's what it looked like.
Yes, we saw that at. Oh man, what was that guitar shop we went to? Bobby Bass was over there that helped us out. They had one of those hanging up back, and it was gorgeous. Faded blue jean, probably my favorite guitar on now. I had to update the profile pic with it. There you go. Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I was asking people to guess the price of the JCM 800 full stack that I reached out about. So let's look at some of these guesses here. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind. Okay. MPL says 2,200. Casey Lee chimes in with 2,000. Mm-hmm. AJ Brown chimes in with 3,000.
All right.
Let me scroll down, and we got 3,500.
All right.
Dylan says we asked him how much, and it was 3,500. Well, that's not what I was told.
I was going to say, that's not what Joe told me.
That ain't what I was told. Let's see. A box of bunnies. Howdy, everyone. Yesterday was new guitar for me as well. The Epiphone Futura Explorer. I don't know if I can say that right.
That's right.
And Firestorm Shift finish. I ordered directly.
Firestorm Shift. That's interesting.
Firestorm Shift. That does. Congratulations, man. New guitar day. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. A box of bunnies.
That's awesome.
I like it.
Cameron Hart chimes in. He says, hey, how are you guys tonight? I'm at a hockey game, so I watched the replay. Wow. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you, Cameron. That's nice of you.
Appreciate you stopping in.
Thank you, man. Really nice. Herb at the Fireside Studio. Hello, Joe and Ralph.
Hey, Herb.
Hello. And Edwin, okay, you got it. All right, man. I didn't want to make you upset. So let me see. I don't see any more guesses. The price I was told was $4,500, but since it was me, it would be $4,000. And I was like, whoa. So
interesting how that scale can go up and down. However.
Yeah. So, which is, I get it, but I was just curious.
He's got to make his money.
Yes, absolutely. He's in the business to make money. So I was like, well, we definitely can't afford that. So I said, well, I've already got a cabinet. Let me look at some Marshall heads. So I went ahead and I Googled what's one of the best Marshall heads you can get, for a certain price tier. And it come up and it said the Marshall DSL100. So I looked at Marty 5150's channel. He reviewed his and he said it was really, really good. And I looked at two other reviews and they said it was really good. Mm-hmm. And it's got EL34 tubes in it. And I think I don't know. I could be wrong. I think those are those the ones that a little bit have a less kick in it, but I don't know. I'm not a tube person, but those reviews were good and they sounded good. I was like, man, that'll work.
Was the one Tony was selling, was that within range or was that price just crazy? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, for me, I don't. Yeah. Oh, for the original, I don't know. I don't know if that's fair or if I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't. I didn't
Investigate.
I didn't go on Reverb. I didn't have time to do all that.
He said 4. You said I'm out, so it didn't matter. Really.
No, I was just in my mind. I was like, well, I know he's not going to sell it for like $2,000. That's just, because I started looking at some of the JCM 800 heads, the originals on Reverb, and they went from anywhere from, I found one for $1,000 up to like 2,500. And I was like, well, they also, if I'm not mistaken, you can get a reissued one brand new, and it runs a touch over $2,000, I think. And I was like, I don't need to go through all that. That's just way too much. So I came across the DSL100, and I was like, ding, 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 ding. That'll work. So.
All right.
There we go.
It's on the way.
Yes. Carrie Crouch chimes in. I have a Carl's Super Soak for my Fender Deluxe Reverb. Pretty good bang for the buck. Yes. That's awesome. Yeah, it's good to have a power soak with a tube amp. Jamie Graham chimes in. It seems to be a buyer's market on amps. Seeing a few 70s, 80s Marshall JMP and JCM 800 for a little over $2,000. Be better off buying something like that than a new one. Yeah, it's if you are wanting to get an amp or any, I always check Reverb first. Oh, that, and you know what? I gotta say, where did I find this one? It was a Guitar Center used online, so it was I gotta say, man, even Marty 5150 said on his video last night, a lot of people give Guitar Center a lot of hate because they just like to complain, and I can kind of see where he's coming from, but I just talk about my experiences in the store.
In person, yeah.
And the store is where it goes up and down, like a roller coaster.
Online's a whole different thing.
Online's a different thing. I don't have a problem online at all. They just didn't give me my whammy bar with the satchel, but I can live with that. I had an extra one, so that's fine. But yeah, it's just the in-store thing is where it's always kind of like, it's like you don't know what you're going to get till you get there, and then like, what happened here? And then you go another time, it's like, oh, it's fantastic. And it's I don't know, but yeah,
it changes weekly almost.
It does. It's but the online experience has been phenomenal. Yes. Mike E, hello. He goes, hey, Joe and Ralph, very fitting. Yesterday you got another Phil McKnight shout out when his guitar of the week was an EVH Charvel. Man, look at that. See there?
All right.
That's awesome. Thank you, Mike, for that information. Jamie Graham says $4,500 for a JCM 800 stack. Yes, sir. That's what I was told. That's what I was told.
That's the number.
Yeah. AB Normal, I got a 2024 Fender USA Gem Root Jazzmaster in excellent condition for sale. Yeah. Yeah, it was something. But, hey, I get it. I really do. I totally understand. Let me go here. Let's go down to Slimfire. Joe, I think I'm going to wait till you pull the trigger on your Marshall to see how. Well, I've pulled the trigger. I just haven't got it yet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I will definitely do a video on that.
Yeah. Trigger's been pulled. The bullet is on the way.
Yeah. Waiting for impact. Yes. Just let's see. Let's see. Jamie Graham comments 100 dB in a bar or wing joint. They come to tell you to turn it down. Yeah. Yeah, it was loud in Rouse in the jam room there. We had it cranking.
Yep. We're not doing that again.
No, we won't have it that loud.
And I need to move that alto speaker away from my head too.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. And that was I told him let's just try it this once and let's kick it up over 100 dB.
It was fun. Yeah, it was great. But
yeah, I think he suffered a little bit after a couple hours after that, and I don't want him dealing with that. That's not good.
It's not practical in this.
Can't lose the drummer, man.
If you were on stage and it was open that way, it's different. Yeah. But we're trapped inside here, and it's bouncing off the walls and apparently into my ears.
Yeah. Trapped within rock and roll. Dylan says that was a good while ago. Then when it was in his store, but It was the head and cab, not a full stack. So it was probably different. Yeah, this was the full stack. Yeah. Yeah. But, again, I'm not an amp person, so I can't, I don't have nothing to base it on. But Mr. Mick chimes in. He says that I have a DSL-40 with a creamback, and it sounds awesome. Takes pedals well, too. You'll love the 100 watt. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Yes.
What is a creamback?
That's a speaker. Creamback speakers in his cabinet.
Okay.
Han 36 Solo, I suggest a new JCM 2000. Great amp and has all the gain you need without pedals or a Variac. It's great clean as well. Nice, man. Interesting. Thank you, Han. Have you talked to Jabba lately? I'm just wondering. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Let's see here. He'll get that joke.
I thought you said Hun. Thank you, Hun.
No, Han.
Han, I know. I see it now.
Chick Mac. Hey, guys. I like my Marshall DSL-40R, but prefer my 66 Bandmaster. Nice. I like that. 1969 Donovan. I have a DSL-20, and it will blow the house down. Good Lord. Well, that's cool, man.
Blow the house down. All right.
Yeah, ready to rock and roll there. Let's see. Mr. Kerry Crouch chimes in. He says, Guitar Center's retail locations are like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get.
You never know.
That's how it is here.
Mm-hmm. The employee turnover rate is so high. It's different faces every time you go in there.
And I love Guitar. Ralph and I both, we love Guitar Center.
Yeah, when I ride by there and I have the time, I'll still stop. I'll still stop and go in there if I'm by myself.
Yeah. I don't, I just talk about sometimes the customer service in there it's so hot and cold. Mm-hmm. And that's all, Mr. Brian Store. Hey, man, how you doing? He goes, hey, guys and gals, nice to see you.
Hey, Brian.
Hope you're doing well, sir. It's good to see you, man. Let's see. We got, let me scroll down. We're going to go to, let's see. On 36 Solo says the new one is cheap too. Oh, the new JSM 800. Is that what you're referring to? Cheap as in like quality, or I guess maybe. Chick Mac says, I'm thinking I'm having a problem with my DSL 40, just not near as loud as it was. Could be a bad tube. Yeah, how long have you had it, sir? Now, I'm not an expert on nothing. I'm just asking. How long have you had it? And, it could be a bad tube.
Let Joe diagnose the problem.
No. I just remember when I with the PV 5150 years ago, I was at band practice and it was having some weird issues. It was sounding weird and put some new tubes in it. And it was like a brand new amp. So okay. I was like, there we go. But anyway. Brian Stewart says, congrats on the incoming Marshall. Thank you very much, sir. That's I appreciate that.
Incoming.
Everybody hit the deck. No, but so yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on. Yeah. Let's see. AB Normal says that live unboxing, first impressions.
That's going to be a big old box.
Yeah, that's going to be a big box. And I'm trying to figure out how to do a video with this amp. I don't know if you can go direct. I don't know if there's a direct out. I got some pictures. I pulled another one up from Guitar Center. I couldn't find the one that I got. The pictures are now gone. I guess when you buy it, that goes with it, goes away. Like Reverb, you can go back and look at something, even though it's been sold. You can still look at the original listing, but I don't think that's like that on Guitar Center's side of things. But yeah, I don't know if that thing. Let's see. I don't know if it has a. Yeah, I can come out of the head into the attenuator like I do on the MT-15, and yeah, so I can go in the same setup. Yep. Okay, just answered my own question. Ralph's like, I'm glad I could help. No.
I'm glad I can help you out.
Brian Stewart says the drummer spontaneously combusted from the volume.
It happens. My eardrums combusted.
Yeah, that was yeah. He texted me later. He goes, man, are your ears ringing? I was like, uh-oh. I said, no. I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm hooked up over there and we're at Ralph's studio, I'm walking around all over the place. I got my wireless on. I'm all over because I can't do that here. I'm like, okay, just stand right here.
That's
I can't.
true.
I can't move. I can move side to side a couple of feet. That's it. But over there, I'm like,
He's in the kitchen. He went to
I'm walking
the
around,
front
moving.
row.
I'm moving around, dancing around. I'm not jumping, but I'm just feels good to be able to move and not have to
Right.
knock something over. So I'm glad that he has the space because if he didn't have that,
that's a good time, no doubt.
it's fun. Yeah, it's absolutely. Herbert, the Fireside Studio says, I have a 20-watt Black Star head and could never open it up fully. Let's see here. Han 36 Solo, is that what you're getting? I'm getting the Marshall DSL100. Yes, sir. Yes. I wanted to get one that was all tube, so I did a little research, and that's what I went for. Let's see. Mr. Brian Stewart chimes in. He says, my 20-watt Friedman JEL is loud as F. The Friedman got some good stuff. You pay for it, but it's good quality stuff. Okay, here's Jamie chimes in. I asked for the full stack, $4,000 at JCM 800. Original, was that a good, bad, fair price? Jamie says, for a full stack, it's not a bad price.
Okay.
Thank you, Jamie, because I have no clue. Yes, there you go. Brian says, I had to get an attenuator to open up fully. There you go. Yes, that is the what bridges that gap. Yes, makes it so much more comfortable, and it doesn't piss anybody else off in the house. It's a great price if it's never been modded. Yeah, see, I don't know if it's been modded or tampered or if it still has all the original components. I don't know. I'm sure I could find that out, but I was like, I'm out. When I heard the price, I'm like, I'm out. I appreciate it.
Investigating anymore if the price run you off.
Yeah, I was just like, that's oof. Carrie Crouch, he goes, I love Guitar Center too. I just find myself going online more than I do the stores these days. Me too. It's just more convenient. I'm guessing that's what's helping Guitar Center stay afloat is their online sales.
Probably is.
Because they do have a good used online presence from what I understand. They do really good with that, which is good. Good. Let's see. Mr. James Burke, hello. He goes, hey, Joe and Ralph, good evening. Good evening. The EL34 tubes have an aggressive snarly sound that breaks up beautiful when it's pushed. Congratulations on the purchase. You will love it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that information because I don't know one way or the other. I just hook up and play, man. Yes, Brian is talking to, who was that asked about the tube or volume or something. Brian says, if you lost volume, it could be a power tube. Yes. Yeah, I replaced all my tubes, and it was like, I was like, whoa. Okay, you had it for 8 months. You bought it new. Okay. And it could, chick says, yeah, so it could be, man. It could be, things happen. Could be a glitch. Kevin Newman says, Marshall amps are the reason my right ear is messed up. Dang, man. Oh, my goodness.
I believe it.
Yeah, we got to move that. Power speaker over. Edwin Crane chimes in. He goes, if a tube amp has a switch between 50 or 100, check the switch first. Yeah, I would assume make sure it's on 50 and check it. And yeah, that could be that too. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That could affect the volume, yeah. Casey Lee chimes in. My local Guitar Center is full of used guitars and basses right now.
I like looking at the used section over there.
I do too. I love looking at the used stuff. You just never know what you're going to come across there. You can find some nice stuff there, man. Some nice gems, as they say. No pun intended on the Ibanez, but Dylan chimes in. He says that we would like to have the reissue 1959 modded Marshall Plexi 100-watt amp head. They are a little over $3,000, new from Sweetwater. Then, of course, You have the cab as well. Yes. Yeah, you can put some money in an amp, man. Yes. Yes, Han. Yeah. He says, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I got the DSL100. Yes. Yes. NPL says, congrats on the DSL, the great amp. Well, man, thank y'all so much. I feel so much better because I was like, I don't know. Is this going to.
Right. People say, you're not going to like it. I wouldn't get it.
Oh, God. I'd be like, uh-oh. Better hook some tunnels up and make it right. But thank you, Han. He said, you will love it. Thank you, man. It's nice. Nice to hear that. Or read that, rather. Sorry. Ecater. Brother Ecater says, I traded my friend this week and got a second CAS 45 so I can run them in stereo. I traded him back the diesel. Oops, it jumped. Let me see. Hang on. Okay, I'm sorry. The diesel Paul had bought from him a while back. Nice. That's nice, man. That's awesome, Ecater. So now you got the full stereo rig, I guess, or they call it a full wet setup, I think. That's good. That's awesome. Brian has some more tube advice here. He says that if you want to check the tubes, unplug the amp overnight so the capacitors can discharge. So don't touch them. Open it up, turn it on, and tap the tubes with a wooden spoon handle or dowel rod. Man.
I didn't know all that about that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. It's nice that somebody does because I don't know. Let's see. Matt Axman says that my friend has a JVM 100. It sounds great. Nice, man. Yeah, I've never owned a Marshall, so I'm excited. I'm stoked about this here. Chick Mac says that mine has a 2040 switch. It does seem louder on the 40, of course, but my Bandmaster makes it look sick. I'm going to change the tubes and go from there, possibly send it to an amp repair tech. Yeah, and when all else fails, I definitely let somebody experienced handle it. Yes.
Yeah, I still got that PV head over there that needs looking at. I thought maybe I'd just order some tubes and do it myself. No, there's more to it than that. I'd let somebody else look at it, you know.
Yeah, if I start messing with something, it'll get messed up.
Right.
Yeah. Scott from South Carolina says, Laney Amps founder Lyndon Laney has died at age 77 following a battle with cancer. Tony Iommi, a man who helped turn Laney's valve amp passion into global force, has led the tributes. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. ST3, hello. He goes, y'all ever check out any live acts? Ralph's went to a lot more live shows than I have in the past. He's went to a lot of things.
Yeah, I've seen several. I mean, it's, I try to find, go to concerts where there's, 3 or 4 bands that I like at one time, as opposed to there's one band I like, but then the opening band I never heard of, Let's say I've seen Tesla a few times the past few years. Striper I've seen. Styx. Styx was with REO Speedwagon and was it Foreigner? Maybe Foreigner. Mm-hmm. But I've seen a bunch of bands like that. I haven't seen anybody new that's out, Like, I ain't seen Taylor Swift, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, my God. Taylor Swift. Oh, my goodness. I tell you, for me, ST3, it's been so long. The last live show that my wife and I saw was Greg Allman. And, of course, he's been passed now for a number of years. But he was performing at Harrah's up in Cherokee, North Carolina, some years, well, quite a few years now. Time sure does fly. And we saw him perform live and with his band. And he come out and played for a while. Then he took like a 15-minute intermission while his band played some songs. And it was great. I said, man, he's always been my favorite vocalist. I've always loved his voice. I just love his inflections. I've always loved his music. Allman Brothers Band stuff especially. And I remember getting an email that particular year, it's a long time ago, it was like some early bird special. And get your tickets now at Harrah's for Greg Allman. I said, Greg Allman's coming up there, and I was able to get tickets for my wife and I for like, it was like, I don't know, it was like $120. And then luckily we were like 6 rows back from the stage, man. And it was nice amphitheater. It's not really big. It's not too small. It's kind of like what it was when we went to Sweetwater, Ralph. When we went there and they had the
little venue there.
He says we have our meetings and all, and they have performances here too. It was kind of like
that's a nice place there.
It was a little bit bigger than that, but it was that type of design.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'd love to play at a place like this.
Man, I love everything about going to a concert. I love watching them set up. I like watching them tear down and bring out the next band stuff. I just love everything about it, man.
You start getting stoked. I do.
Love it, man.
Come on, where's my stuff play?
Of course, you're picturing yourself down there on
yes.
And I hear them warming up on the drums, and it sounds like thunder. And I'm like, can I come down there for just a minute? Just a minute.
Can I play something?
And play that loud.
Oh my God. Yeah, to get that roar from the crowd that would be such a high adrenaline rush, man. I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. Jamie Graham says, I used to have a 70s Marshall Plexi on 2. It would rattle the windows in the house, and I would have to go around the house and straighten up the pictures on the wall.
That's you having a good time, man.
I didn't have that one long, he said. Oh my goodness.
Go around straighten the pictures.
My goodness. Mr. David Edwards says, we got storms rolling in and under a tornado watch in Dallas. I gotta to get oh man. Oh, be careful, man. Oh, please. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, storms ain't nothing to play with, man. Ooh, yeah, that's not my goodness. Let's see. Talking about tubes and everything. That's cool. Let's go to Chick Mac. He says, Ralph, I saw Styx and REO Speedwagon a few years ago. Styx is top notch. I don't think I've ever seen a band that sounded that good.
They were good, man. I thought Tommy Shaw was the standout in that thing. What a great musician he is. Great singer, great guitar player.
He is.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Yeah, he's incredible. Have you seen Journey with their current singer?
That Arnell man, or they have somebody else?
Arnell. Yeah, thank you, Arnell. I couldn't remember.
Arnell Perneda, I think is his name. I've seen videos. I've seen clips. If that's what you're asking.
But you haven't seen them live.
No, I haven't seen them live.
Well, see, the reason I'm asking is because supposedly they're on a farewell tour right now.
Okay.
And this is supposed to be it. I think Arnell's. I think he's. I don't know why. I don't know why people are giving him a hard time, but the guy's done a fantastic job. He's been in that position longer than Steve Perry was in it.
It's true. And
he's been singing them songs, and I think people are riding him pretty hard because, man, your voice is going to you can't sing stuff forever. And but I think they're on a farewell tour. I don't know if that's the main reason or I think the only original member now is Neil Sean.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to say, other than Arnell, who are the original members?
I think Neil's the only one, the last man standing, I think.
And then he's driving that train. He's ready to hang it up.
It could be because I think Neil and Jonathan Cain, they just had some stuff where they just couldn't get along, like lawsuits against each other. I was like, my gosh, man.
I would love to have seen Steve Perry get back with it, but for some reason that was never going to happen. I don't know what happened with that, but it was
I think they tried it one. They tried it one time, and I guess there were some wounds that just couldn't heal. I don't know.
That's crazy. Must be women. Is either women or money. One of the two.
Yeah, but you can never top Journey with Steve Perry on vocals, man. That is just incredible. There'll never be another like that. Let's see. Ralph, Swifty, when you think you've heard it all. What?
I have never heard a single Taylor Swift song. That was just a joke.
Oh, Swifty, Taylor. I was like, okay, sorry. Yeah, no. Me neither. I don't get into that stuff.
No, I'm not a Swifty.
No, hell no. Let's see. More tube stuff going on there. Okay.
That's such a dumb name. I'm a Swifty. I feel stupid saying it.
Yeah. Oh, well. Different generation. AJ Brown says, if you could see any band that's touring live today, who would it be? Any band that's touring live today, who would it be?
I'm waiting for Black Label Society to come around because he does the band before that is called Zach Sabbath. So Zach really is playing two shows. He plays with Zach Sabbath, his tribute band, then he does Black Label Society, and that's the closest thing I'm gonna get to Ozzy at this point. You know,
Yeah.
he's a phenomenal player. So,
oh God, yeah,
we're waiting on that.
Yeah, he is. He's incredible player. Scott from South Carolina says all the original Allman Brothers have passed away. Warren Hayes is still around, but he was not an original member. That is correct. Yes. Let's see. Brian chimes in. He says, I totally agree. We saw the same lineup last year. Styx blew REO Speedwagon away. It was good.
Man. I know. I was kind of, I don't say disappointed by REO, but Styx did blow them away. They really did.
Wow. He said, it was so good. I'm seeing Styx with Chicago again this summer. Did this is probably I should know this, but I don't. But did Peter Cetera, did he ever get back with Chicago? I don't think he did he?
I don't know.
Man, I always liked when he was in the band. That was man. I don't know. It's like what's his name? Michael McDonald. Is that who it is with the Doobie? He's back with the Doobies. He's been back with them for a while now, but he just I don't know, man. I'm just so used to hearing those voices with those bands, and when one of them go, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's just not the same. But Peter Cetera, when he left, he kind of had his own thing for a little bit, and then I don't know. Chicago seems to have a lot of lineup changes too, man. And their band is so huge. How many members you got? 38? Over here, we start. I'm like, oh my God, how many horns do you need, man?
Like everybody gets a chance to be in the band. Everybody gets a chance.
And it's kind of like, what band you in, Chicago? Okay.
That's true. They got a horn section, right?
I was too, so yeah.
Oh.
It's a tuba solo.
That's it, right? Just two notes they play. Boom, boom, boom. That's it.
Oh, man. Okay. Brian Story said, I'd like to see the Eagles. I wish Led Zeppelin would do a tour. Yes. That would be something. Just one more time for the big time, as they say. It would be nice. Let's see. Let's go down to Casey Lee. He says that in 92, I saw REO Speedwagon, BTO, and Cheap Trick at the same time for free in a 1,000-seat auditorium.
Wow.
They all still had their pipes and chops. It was amazing. Wow. Yeah, 92, that was yeah.
That's a small venue with 1,000 people.
That is. Yeah, that's not really big. Brian says Tommy Shaw is amazing. Yes. Yeah, and it makes you wonder how old these guys are now. I'm really glad that they're can still do what they're doing, but I don't know, man.
We're at that age. We're going to see all these bands pass on. You know, the people in the bands. We're at that age. They're all going to pass on, man.
Yeah. Steve Perry hates being on the road. It's about
really
he didn't like the tour. Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to be on the road for. Sometimes these bands were in their heyday. They would be on the road for like a year, and
it'd probably be fun at first, but when you get to year 20, you're like, oh, it's getting tired of this.
Yeah, I would get.
It'd be great at first, though. It'd be woohoo!
Yeah. 1969, Donovan said, I met Steve Perry once. He was an A.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, that's not good.
What'd you hear?
Yeah, I've always been skeptical. They say don't meet your heroes because you might be disappointed. And I was like, damn, that would suck. I enjoy your music. Go to hell. Well, okay, well, yeah. Give me my damn $20 back. Right. Let's see. Brian says that I haven't seen Mammoth yet. Deep Purple and Kansas are coming near me this summer. Thinking about going to that one.
Mammoth, that's interesting. That's some great
Wolf-
songs, man.
Wolfgang, yeah, he's incredible, man. Let's see. Jamie Graham chimes in. He says Steve Perry makes $3 to $5 million a year, 12.5% from Journey touring and merch sales. So he don't have to leave the house. He's making a killing just off of residuals or whatever, royalties. I guess royalties. I can't say it. Brian says that Ario was good, but Styx is next level.
I agree.
Let's see. Downtown AJ Brown. I see what you're saying. Anyone reminded of junior high or high school dances every time you hear Chicago? Yes.
I always think of Karate Kid, the songs that are in it.
Yeah.
Hey, does you know how Wolfgang? He's kind of a virtuoso, if you ask me. He plays all the instruments and he's incredible at all of them.
Yes.
Does anybody else know an offspring of a famous musician that is a great musician as well? Can you think of any, Joe?
No, not right offhand.
No, not off the top of my head either. I don't know.
Not right offhand. I don't know. It's a great question. Fantastic question.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't.
I've seen.
I'm sure there are, but
yeah, I'm sure there are. I've seen some stuff like now. This is not on the level you're asking. I'm just telling you what I've ran across on YouTube. I've seen like a son or daughter of a former vocalist from the hair metal era, and that person is no longer here, and they're going to try to like ride on their parents' coattails. Okay. I'm going to get into music, and I'm like, it never works out because they have no experience. They just want to use that to help get their foot in the door. Yeah. Well, there's no music industry no more today. Everything is so different, and it's just a different world.
I know when the drummer for the Foo Fighters died, his son stepped in and he was really good, man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's incredible drummer. Yes, that was his name. Yes, yeah, that was. Yeah. Let's see. Matt Axman says Peter Cetera, former Chicago vocalist, recorded 25 or 64 with his jaws wired shut.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Wow.
That's dedication right there. Brian Stewart says Tommy is a young 72. Wow. How about that? Chick Mac chimes in. He says that my brother-in-law is in the music industry and said that Neil Sean was an a-hole. Oh, that's 2 strikes. Dang. Guess I'll just admire Journey from afar then.
Right.
Man. Mike E says I met Ozzy when I was 15 at the Jay Leno show when he was a guest. He shook my hand and he was very nice.
Me and my wife had tickets for the Ozzy concert and had paid extra, man, for the meet and greet and all that stuff for Ozzy.
Oh.
And then he had that issue on that 4-wheeler and it all went downhill from there. So we never got to see him. So got our money back. Well, that was good. It was several $1,000s.
Holy moly.
For the meet and greet and all? Yeah.
Golly, man. Well, I'm glad you got your money back. That's good. Sharon didn't get a hold of that one, did she? Yeah.
Sharon.
Let's see. Casey Lee, I'd go see Derek Trucks in a heartbeat. Yeah, he's an incredible slide player. He played with Allman Brothers for a long time.
That slide, man, that's a whole nother skill.
There you go. AB Normal says Dweezil, son of Frank Zappa. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. That's a good one, AB. Good one. Jamie Graham chimes in. He says that I seen an interview with Tommy Shaw, and he was asked about would there be any kind of reunion with damn Yankees. He shook his head no and grinned. I think Uncle Ted was just too much for him. Yeah, we talked about that on the last show. We could kind of, I don't know about none of those people personally, but I can imagine that doesn't shock me. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes, Dweezil Zappa. Yes, Mr. Donovan, you are correct. Brian Stewart chimes in. He goes, I met a lot of rock stars from driving limos in the late 80s, early 90s. Some were amazingly cool and others not so much. Man.
That figures.
That'd be an interesting job. Yeah. Brian also chimes in. He goes, Billy Gibbons was probably the coolest star I drove for. He was so nice.
What a cool job.
That is, yeah. That's cool. We got to meet Billy Gibbons, and he was nice. Art G with another answer, Jason Bonham, son of John Bonham, Led Zeppelin. That's a good one.
Honestly, I can't. When you ask the questions posed, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Then you see him like, yeah, of course, Jason Bonham. You see the names, you're like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, same here. Mr. Edwards says Portnoy's, I think, son is a good drummer. That's good.
Dream Theater.
Nice. Let's move on down to downtown A.J. Brown. Dang it, Ralph. Right after I typed it, you said something.
I like that. I was just messing with you, AJ. I knew you were going to type something. I don't know.
Let's see. Let me go down here to Ecater. Ecater says the last time I saw Steve Moores, his son joined him on stage, and his son also is a guitarist.
All right.
Great, man. Steve Moore's an incredible musician, man. Absolutely amazing. Yes. There you go. Art with two more. Dwayne Betts, Dickie Betts' son, and Devin Allman, Greg Allman's son. And they had the Allman Betts band or something going on for a while, and they had what was it? They had some kind of thing last summer or before, like was it called the Allman Betts Band or Brothers Revival or something? They had it going on, which I think was very genius that they done that, and they could get along, and I think that's awesome.
I know we talked about Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley's sons are doing some kind of a singing thing together, and whether it's good or not, that's up for debate. I mean, you know,
yeah,
it's all right, I guess. I don't know if it's going to go very far.
Yeah, I haven't looked into none of that. Hank Jr., that's a good one, hon. Yeah, Hank Jr., that's very, very, yeah, there you go. I remember I used to hear that name all the time in junior high school. Hank Jr., all the rednecks would talk. I was like, what is the attraction, man? God almighty. I just never saw it. I was like, I don't get it. And I think all they cared about was drinking beer and trying to be cool with their cowboy boots and pickup trucks. And I was like,
Mm-hmm. Old Willie Nelson, he's still around, amazingly.
Yeah, he is. He has defined the odds, that's for sure.
I've heard his son plays and sings and sounds just like him.
Mm-hmm. I have to look into that. I didn't know that. Chick Mac chimes in. He goes, I've always heard Paul Gilbert was super nice. Oh, let's see. Dave Orkin chimes in. He goes, I've been jamming out this band called...
I can't help you with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a two-piece band. Zappa meets Primus meets progressive jazz. Incredible band. That's awesome, man.
All right.
That's awesome. Jamie Graham, Joe, do the radio reenactment?
What's that?
I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be fun. I mean, I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean,
there's a couple of weird things I'll do sometimes. I'm not quite sure what.
Like your cop, whatever the crap.
Oh, if you're talking about the walkie-talkie thing, that,
I don't know.
Or the it's now WJOE. It's time to rock. There's that one, or you mean that right there? I don't know. He's going to be like, no, neither one of those. But like, well,
that's not it.
I have no idea.
That wasn't it at all.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're wasting my time. This show sucks. Like, sorry, I'm going back to watch another channel. All right. I'm going to watch this old lady peel oranges.
Oranges. I didn't know what peel and you got stuck. I'm
yeah,
like, peel what? What's coming
Be careful
next?
what you say here.
Exactly.
All right. Down the street, Dylan chimes in. He goes, Lenny here. That's Dylan's father. Hey, Lenny. I have a friend that is retired gold tier amp tech from Fender that keeps our vintage tubes running good. If anyone needs help with that, my experience is... a good amp tech is hard to find. Yes. That's awesome to know that, man.
Well, good. I'll bring that PV head over there.
Yeah. Oh my God. You gotta get that fixed. You got a half stack just sitting there that you can't do nothing with. It shouldn't be a big deal to fix. Brian chimes in. He says, I drove Van Halen on the Carnal Knowledge tour. I've got a funny Eddie Van Halen story I have to tell you sometime. Oh.
Right on.
That's cool. MPL says, Phil Collins' son is a great drummer. Yes, I actually saw a thing on YouTube a while back where his son interviewed his dad, you know. And I felt bad for Phil Collins, man. He can't drum no more. He was just sitting in a chair and looking at all of his old drum kits. He goes, yeah, I remember playing that one. I was like, oh my God. That's sad. I don't know what happened. I haven't.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the medical condition. I just know he's in bad shape.
Yeah, it's sad. He got to where when he could still sing, he'd have to sit in a chair. He couldn't. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn. And he's still out there trying to sing. Well, then, and still, I was like, I think to myself, and I'm not being a smart aleck at all. I'm being honest. Do they do it because they love what they do, or do they do it because they need the money?
They don't know anything else, I think.
I think they don't know. And, you know, who was it that was, I heard about it a lot on YouTube. Hey, I think he passed it. Was it Frankie Valli? They said that he was probably lip syncing a lot of that stuff, and they were showing some footage. I think he was maybe was he close to 90 or something? I don't know.
It was yes. He looked like a zombie up there.
And he was up there, and his mouth
like
was hardly
barely
moving.
Yeah.
And big girl, don't cry. And he was just barely, like, he had this smile like a ventriloquist was going on. I was like, is he singing? And
I mean, you know, just normal people like us, we look forward to retirement. But it seems like rock stars or bands, they don't. They just keep pushing as long as they can, even when they need to stop.
Yeah,
keep on pushing.
Like you said, they don't, and yeah, I get it. They don't know anything else. But I heard on one of those videos, possibly Frankie Valli owed some money to a certain organization. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
If that's true or not, I don't know. He had some debt to pay off. And I was like, good Lord, man, in his 90s?
Yeah, but I've seen those clips, and it's like, holy cow.
It was kind of sad.
Yeah, it was kind of sad.
So, and I think in that case, was he doing it because he had to?
Did he realize he was doing it? I don't know. He didn't even seem he didn't seem coherent. He was just standing up there, and his lips were just barely moving. There's no way he was singing anything.
Yeah, I don't think he was either. I can't prove it, but just just from seeing those clips, I was like, my goodness. And I think that probably brought more attention in than people realized, because they were like word of mouth and social media. You go see him, and he's not singing. Really, I got to see this for myself.
It's so bad, you need to see it.
Yeah, which is
like
sad.
A car wreck. You
which is sad. Yeah, it's sad. But I didn't know if y'all knew about that or not. I'm sure y'all did. Let's see. Brian says that my wife and I saw Tony Abbasi at the Satch Vibe Band with Pete Thorne last night at Shredfest.
That's cool.
Hey, yeah, the Satch Vibe Band. That's awesome. I'm glad that Steve Vai and Satriani still do stuff on stage. That's so awesome. Scott from New York. There he is. What's going on, man? Good evening, brothers Joe and Ralph. How you doing, Scott? I hope you're doing good, man. We got Slick Ricky Hole. What's going on, brother man?
Hey, Ricky.
Slick Rick on the road. On the road. Hope you're doing good. Slick. Let's see. Let me go down to Mr. Kevin Newman. Joe, you need to come over to the Country Rock. The Country Rock is gone. What?
Just said what?
You need to come on over to the Country Rock is gone. Or maybe he meant genre, maybe? I don't know. You need to come over here, but it's gone.
You need to come over to the Country Rock is gone. Maybe they
maybe that's
a comma needed a comma there.
A comma, okay.
Rock is gone.
Come on over to country. I'll be honest with you, man. I just never have been a country fan. Now, there's 2 Keith Urban songs I play now. I don't know if y'all care for him. I love his the 2 songs I play by him. I love those songs. Keith Urban is, in my opinion, is an incredible guitar player. And we've actually, my wife and I, seen him live years ago, and wow, he's just an all around great musician.
If I had to listen to country, some of the country that's coming out now, to me, is a little more pleasing to my ear. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a little more modern as opposed to the older.
Yeah, there's a tear in my beer kind of thing.
Like the Judds and all that kind of stuff.
I just couldn't get into it. There's this new hit. It is? I don't know. I was asleep. But I know. Mikey, get ready, Ralph. Hey, Ralph, I heard that Taylor Swift plays Jackson's and likes Zach Wild.
I'm there. When's the next concert?
Come on, Swifty.
Swifty. So stupid. That's funny, though. Good one, Mike.
That's good. That's good, Mike. That's good. That's good.
You put a lot of thought into that one.
That's good. Brian chimes in, rock stars spent all their money or got ripped off by their label and they need money now.
I'm sure that happened a lot. Sure.
Oh, yeah, especially. What was that one manager that was, he managed a lot of people back in the day. He managed Motley Crue, Bon Jovi.
I can picture his face. I can picture him.
Kiss. Oh, what is his name? The chat will know. He managed a lot of acts back then, and I think he got into some hot water with some, I could be wrong, but I think bands that had him as a, Doc McGee had him as a man. It just popped in my head. And I think they had him for a while and they booted him. So I don't know if he still manages anybody. I don't know. I just remember that from back in the day. I mean, I don't know. I just, what I heard.
When Doc McGee was managing me, he seemed to be all right. I know Doc McGee.
Yeah, I'm sure those stories are out there, good ones and bad ones, but, we were asking the chat of some of these acts that are up in age, are they doing it because they love it, or because they have to, or it could be a combination of both. Let's hear what some people have to say. Casey Lee says they do it because they love it. Same with athletes who hang around too long. Yeah. Sure. Let's see. Carrie Crouch says that, believe it or not, Frankie Valli is going to be playing Detroit here in October. It's a trip.
Book our tickets, Joe. Let's go.
Frankie Valli. I thought he passed. I guess not. I thought I heard that he passed.
They're going to prop him up and let him go.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's okay. That's a trip. That is a trip. Yes. Let's see. Brian says you can't sell a record anymore, so no residuals. That's true. There's
very true.
No record company. That's right. It is a different game, if you will, nowadays. So yeah, going on tour, yeah, you have to make your money. Dang. All those days of sitting back collecting, unless you're Steve Perry, you just got to get there and get it, I guess. Let's see. Scott from New York says, I just got home from dinner at the Olive Garden with a guitarist friend of mine.
All right.
That's nice. Olive Garden. Ralph, what's your thoughts about Olive Garden?
I've eaten there a couple times. I haven't eaten there, if I had to guess, in 15 years.
They
have a good fettuccine.
That's interesting that you say that. The last time I went to an Olive Garden, oh my God, that was probably in the late 90s. Mm-hmm. I remember my son was really young, and we went to the one, and I think it was in Greenville here. And it just, I just wasn't, I don't know. It was okay. It didn't do nothing for me, really.
We went because it just opened up. It was new and
something different. Yeah.
Never ending, was it
salad and breadsticks or something? Yeah.
I'm more of a steakhouse guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I love what's that? Texas Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Yeah.
All that good stuff. Yeah. Give me a steak and all that anytime. Man, yeah, I can have that all the time. Yeah, Brian says Triumph is out. Is anyone going to see them? I heard that they were on tour. Yeah, They had some great songs, and it really was. it went over my radar, man, for the longest time. And I didn't look into them until sometime last year or year before. There was a documentary out. I think if I rented it or bought it from Amazon Prime, the video side of things, of course, and it was really good. I was like, man, I didn't know that much about Triumph at all.
I know, man. There's here in recent years, there's been bands, I can't think of one, so don't ask, but I would hear and the songs are good. I'm like, how did that band, and no, then I find out they've been around since the 70s or the 80s. I'm like, how did that band escape me? How did that band get past me? And I'd never heard any of their music. That's happened more than once.
Happened to me a lot too. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just in my own little world of music. The next thing you know, 10 years has passed and I'm like, did you remember that band? So, no, I didn't hear them back then. I don't know. Brian says, all you need is a dog, a pickup, a 6-pack, and a broken heart, and you have a hit country song.
Got a whole album.
Man, oh man. That has worked for some artists for many years. Casey says, Swifty, laugh out loud like you dust the floor. Oh, with a Swiffer. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Swiffer, yeah.
Good one. Good one.
Yes.
Swiffer, yeah.
The Swiffer. Yeah, we have those here in the house. The Swiffer, they're good.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah. Whoever invented that, making some money.
So
speaking of residuals. Scott from New York says, as Ozzy said, you can't kill rock and roll. It's here to stay. Thank God. Yeah.
I covered that song.
That. Can't kill rock and roll. I agree, man. I agree. Let's get down here to Tex O'Calley. He says that, sorry guys, just now joining the chat. There's so much going on today. Okay.
Wow.
I can't talk about that, but I appreciate you putting that.
Yeah. Wow.
Can't talk about it because of YouTube's regulations. So, but yeah. Oh, I'm glad everything's all right. Rody, hello, Rody.
Hey, Rody.
Hope you're doing good. Oh, Matt Axman, thank you, man. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you, sir.
Sunglasses perpetually fall onto video game controller's proud face. Is that what y'all see?
We don't see that.
I see.
Well, he sent a super sticker, so other people are actually seeing the emoji moving around. And
gotcha.
Since you and I are on here together as hosts, we see the description of it.
Description, yeah.
Yes.
It looks weird.
Because when I first saw it, he goes, why would somebody type that? I said,
you're just putting random words up there. What are you doing? Sunglasses perpetually fall onto video game controller's proud face. That doesn't even make any sense. Why would somebody do that? Joe had to explain it to me.
Let's type this out. Let's mess with them really bad. Like
refrigerator cupcake grass. What?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Mr. Richard, hello. He goes, Buddy Rich was in the hospital. The nurse asked him, is there anything you can't take? And he replied, yeah, country music. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. You allergic to anything? Yeah, country music.
Oh my goodness. Scott from New York. Joe, are you getting a Marshall DSL100? Yes, sir.
It is on the way.
Yes, it is in transport. Yes, sir. And we got the other Scott from South Carolina. We got a Scott from New York, Scott from South Carolina, and might be a couple more. I'm not sure. Bands can make a lot more money now than they did back in the day from other than $10 tickets. Yeah, they charge a lot more. Those days of good ticket prices are gone.
And the merch is out of control these days.
Oh, my God. They keep I haven't been to a live show. I think ST3 asked that earlier. I haven't been to a live show in many, many years because to me, it's just too – I'm not paying that kind of money to go see a live show. I'm just not doing it. That is ridiculous, man. I'm like, damn. I'm like, nope. Ricky Hole, Slick Rick, keep performing to pay for the medical bills from when they were young, Rick says. That's why some rock stars are still performing, yes.
All the rehab stints they did.
It could be. Very well could be. Thank you, Slick. Let's see. There you go, Scott from New York. Yeah, people can't afford to pay $300 plus in tickets. Yeah, that's. What is the highest ticket or price you've paid for tickets, Ralph? If you don't mind me asking.
Besides that Aussie debacle.
Well, that was the meet and greet and all that, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the whole thing was thousands of dollars, but and the chat too on
120,
for one ticket, 120.
Yeah.
I want to ask the chat that too. What have y'all paid for a ticket price to see a show, and if you can put the price of the ticket and who was the artist, who were you going to see? I just man, yeah, the days of decent ticket prices. That is. I remember back in the day, man, we'd hear about a show coming just before you moved away, Ralph. You remember this before all this, the advances in technology we have now, and then you'd hear on the radio, Van Halen coming to Charlotte, North Carolina. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster now. Call 1-800. You get on the phone and actually call Ticketmaster and get your tickets, and they come in the mail. And
you get an actual ticket as a souvenir, man. You don't do that anymore. It's on your phone. Yeah,
they would say they'd send them to you, or you could pick them up at the will call. When I was like, I want my tickets sent to me.
I get there. Yep.
Yeah, and that was cool, man. Yeah, but those were, let's see, back then that was I went and saw Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. That was on their second tour, OU812. I asked my mom. I called my mom at work and I said, "Can I use your credit card? Can you give me your credit card number and I can order it?" And it was just, I was going by myself, nobody else, just me. And she was very specific, saying, "When you get your paycheck Friday, you pay me back this money."
How much was it, Joe?
I think it was like 50 or $60, something like that.
That was a lot back then.
Yeah, it was something like that. And so yeah, and the seats weren't. I was. You got the floor, you got the first section that goes up, then the section 2, and then you got the nosebleeds up here. I was kind of in the section 2, so it was thank God they had the jumbotron, so I could, see what's going on and stuff. But it was a damn good show. It was loud too, boy.
I know when we would pick out tickets for a particular show, if they had people want to stand down there in front of the stage and stuff, I'm not going down there. I want a seat where I can sit down. I'm at that age, I'll stand up.
Yeah.
And then I need to sit down. I'm not standing that whole time.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine standing up for a whole show now and be like,
not anymore.
I'll be like, back then, I stand up for the whole show, but no, I couldn't do that now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting older. You like that song? Yeah, I can hear it, but I can't stand up and see it. You grumpy old bastard. What? Casey Lee says Frankie Valli passed out on stage. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's, man.
No, it's not funny, but it is.
And it makes you wonder, were the vocals still going when he passed out?
Right.
I mean, oh, God. Girl, it's true. I'm just saying, if what people are saying is true, God bless him. If he, I hope he's okay. But if he did pass out, did the lyrics keep going or did they stop? I mean, that would settle the debate right there.
It's true.
Unless there's a guy with a button, he's sitting there just waiting to go, and he can hit it, but
he's just waiting for him to pass out. He's on alert. He's on high alert.
He's high alert. Ready. I hope he's okay though. Mr. Brian Stewart, back in the day, the tour was to sell albums. Now the tour is to pay the bills. Makes sense.
True.
That is very true, yes. First time I saw Van Halen, it was $11.
Wow.
Man, that is awesome. Kevin Newman, Travis Tritt. I enjoy Travis Tritt. He's got some great songs. Travis Tritt will be in Cherokee, North Carolina. He's a good guitar player. Yes, he is an amazing guitar player. I told you my typing was, that's okay, man. That's all right, Kevin. Yeah, Travis Tritt. And I like to hear, I've seen an interview with him on YouTube. Some gentleman did. Wasn't that long ago. It was really good to hear Travis tell he's a great storyteller too, believe it or not. Tell his story of how he came through the music industry, country music industry. And then when he hit the big time and all that, he put on a damn good show too. I always liked him. Brian Stewart says Texas Roadhouse has the best steak deal. So consistent. Yeah.
They can cook a steak. No
I haven't been to Texas Roadhouse in forever. Man. And I like their ribs too. Man, let's see. Mr. David Edwards says, Joe, plus you were more likely to catch up with Big Deborah after a Waffle House. Oh, yeah.
Big old Big D.
Big Deborah. Truthfully, I liked Triumph better than Rush. When I was a teenager, they rocked hard, Brun says. Yes, they got some great songs. They sure do. Let's move on down to Chick Mac down here. He says that, hey, Joe and Ralph, since y'all are around the Greenville area, do you remember the club Characters? I've never heard of that club, sir. I never was a club person, to be honest with you, so I never really went out and did all that kind of thing. I remember when we was in school, a lot of younger people, they would always go to the clubs and all that or do whatever. I just never did that.
I didn't either.
I was always in my room trying to learn how to do a power chord and trying to learn how to do something. I was so infatuated with that. And a lot of those years, I don't want to say they were wasted. They weren't wasted. It was just, I just chose not to do that. Mm-hmm. I remember going to a party the first time. My cousin, I don't know if you remember my cousin Jeff, and he threw this party. He was always one of the popular guys in school. He always had good looks, never a problem in getting a girlfriend department, none of that. And he never had an issue with none of that. And I remember one time he said, "Come on to the house, man. My parents going to be gone. We'll have a party." And I was like, "What?" And I said, and the only thing I kept thinking about was if my dad knew I was going to this party, what would happen? It would not be good, So, I said, "Well, man, I might swing by for a second, And I did, and dude, there was girls everywhere.
So you stayed for a few minutes.
I stayed for but I felt like the odd man out because Jeff was popular in school, so all the attractive chicks are there, and there's some other guys I remember seeing in some of the classes, and a few guys are back here in this room smoking weed, and some guys over here drinking. Remember wine coolers back in the day?
Oh, yeah, Bartles and James.
That and beer and liquor, and people are smoking.
Zima, remember that crap?
Oh,
Zima.
yeah, the clear. Yeah, that was. I never could get on board with that. I tried it, and I was like, But and my cousin had a guitar in his room he had a red Gorilla amp. And he said, "Joe," and this is in front of everybody, "Joe, go get my guitar and bring it out here, man, and play something." And I thought, oh my God.
Uh-oh.
It was like you said, when somebody says play something, you're like,
You just have a brain fog.
And I haven't been playing that long, and the only thing I could halfway do was like the intro to Crazy Train. That was all I could really do. And
were they all blown away?
And so I go and get the guitar, and I go to his parents' living room. There's nobody in there but me at the time. Mm-hmm. I plug it up, turn the amp on, plug it up, hit a few chords. You can see some people looking from across the way, like, "What's he doing?" And then I start doing it, bum, 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 and then 2 chicks walk in, 6 chicks walk in, and the next thing you know, everybody's in there. Uh-oh. So if I had to guess, there's probably like 30 to 40 people there. And I'm sitting there in the middle, and I'm going, and this one chick, she's got a beer, she goes, "Can you play anything besides that?" And I said, "Oh shit!" And then
that's just the boost you needed to hear right there.
And then four chicks left, and the dudes left, and I was back by myself again in that room
playing Crazy Train.
And I just said, I was like, "Dude, I got to cut this off, man." I cut it off and looked it up.
Down, man. Can you play anything else? Not today. I can't.
And my cousin came over and he put his arm around my shoulder and goes, "Joe, thanks for coming, man." And I was,
"It's time for you to go."
"Thanks for coming."
It's time for you to go.
Yeah, I said, "Well, all right, man." And my biggest thing was there was so much smoke in there from weed. I was like, "I hope none of this is on my clothes, because if I get home, my dad senses this, I won't be able to do anything. I'm gonna be probably in the ER, So I left, went home, and of course nothing happened. But yeah, I don't never forget that story. I'm like, "Can you play something else?" I was like, "Oh," but
wow.
It was
It
yeah.
deflated your bubble.
Well, I didn't know much to play anyway, and but yeah, I was like, oh boy, that won't happen again. Let's see. I want the return of Quincy's and Ryan Steakhouses. Edwin says, you know, it's funny, man. When I head down to the beach every night, well, the nights that I work, when you go through, there's a town called Florence. You go through on that'd be, let's see, that'd be I-95. You get on 95, and there is a Quincy's and Orion's in that area. Just that one little part of Florence, and that's the only place I've seen those. I'm like, man, that's a blast from the past. And you don't see those anymore. Like, man. Let's see. We got funny. I actually kind of miss hanging. Oh, I'm sorry. I miss hearing country songs playing when I go to the restroom at restaurants when I lived in Texas. Yeah, man.
All right.
Texo Cali, I have a question for you guys. Why is Ralph called the Butcher? Is that your real job? And why the German Butcher? All right, Ralph, take it.
It's a very literal name. I'm German. I was born there. And yes, I was a butcher for 38 years. So the German Butcher. I don't butcher Germans. I am the German Butcher. So yeah, it's a very literal name. Yes.
There you go. Alan Guitars. Hey, Alan goes, what do you guys think of Red Lobster?
I had a very bad experience once, and I never went back.
That's usually all it takes.
One time, and I never went back.
The last time I was at a Red Lobster was, I think my son was maybe 2 years old, and he's 35 now, so that's how long it's been. And it just, I don't know, it just didn't impress me. And then when my current wife, when we got together and started seeing each other, and eventually, of course, got married, she told me right off the bat, don't ever ask me to go to Red Lobster, because I'm not doing it.
Okay.
And I said, okay, what can I ask why? She goes, because the last 3 times I went there, I got sick. I said, oh. I said, okay.
So, just mess with her. You want to go to Red Lobster tonight? Just mess with her, Joe.
No, there's one in Greenville over here, and when you see it, man, it's always packed out. But it's I don't care about the Red Lobster restaurant for me.
I can imagine what crab legs cost these days.
And if you get them from there, they ain't gonna be worth messing with, man. Hush Puppies, cheesy Hush Puppies. Oh, I didn't know they had that. I love Hush Puppies. Yeah, Hush Puppies are awesome. That's a Southern thing. Chris Cobb Music. Hello, Chris. He goes, when Red Lobster had the Ace crab legs, put the hurt on that. All you can eat. Okay, here we go.
The Ace.
I never seen it abbreviated like that. I'm sorry. The Ace. Hey, man, give me those Ace crab legs. Sorry, Chris. All you can eat crab legs. Put a hurting on that place. Those were the days. I think that deal about bankrupted them. I thought it might have been. I thought it was the all you can eat shrimp is what messed them up really bad. I think.
Shrimp ain't cheap either.
No. Yeah. Let's see. The Satch. Oh, we talking about ticket prices for shows. Brian says the Satch Vice show last night was $59 each. Not bad. Plus the effing fees, so like $75. That's still not bad though.
All the fees.
Yeah, everybody gets a cut of something.
The nonsense fees.
And that's crazy, man. Convenience fee. Mm-hmm. Lord knows what else.
If you want to breathe the air fee, you got to pay for that.
Yeah. If you want to see a smile on my face, what? Can you play something else?
That's fantastic. I'm gonna give you a hard time about that.
That was exactly what that girl said. I thought, oh damn. Cater says my uncle went to a Western Sizzling. I remember them up in Spruce Pine recently. Apparently, a few are still around. They were everywhere back in the 80s. They were.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was always a good place to go from what I remember. Yeah. Scott from New York, laugh if you want, but Taylor Swift is the current richest performer, and she has every young teenage girl right in the palm of her hand.
She's a billionaire
with pop music. Oh yeah, I'm not making fun
no,
of
I'm
her.
not. Yeah, that's just
No. I just think the nickname Swiftie is funny, but that's for kids that enjoy her music. That's fine. No, I'm not. No, hell, she's been very smart with her career. Absolutely. Brian Stewart, I was in row 7. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Good seats, man. Not bad. Texo Cali says you can never go wrong with a Marshall. Just ask Ingve. He has about 52 cabs and heads on stage. When I saw him at House of Blues, Marshall is legendary, but Hiwatt, Vox, and Fender are good too.
That looks so good. A big wall of Marshalls.
Yeah, that
on
is
stage. That looks good.
Yeah, it does. It looks awesome.
I was trying to find, imitation Marshall, like a Marshall amp background to put up here as opposed to the brick wall, but I couldn't find
like
one
Guitar
at a
Center
reasonable.
has?
Yeah, like Guitar Center has at a reasonable price. You can get one. It's going to cost you though.
Really?
Yeah.
There's got to be a way you can get around that nowadays with technology, but I don't know how you do it. But I don't know. Let's see. MPL, most I paid was $125 Van Halen last tour at Madison Square Garden. Okay. Mr. Richard says, first time I saw Rush, the ticket was $9. The last time it was $130.
I know we laugh at like $9, but the money transfer rate, $9 back then would, who knows what it'd be today.
Yeah, it'd be a lot different today. Yeah, the rate of inflation or whatever. Let's see, Mr. or Casey Lee says $18 ELO 1982 Rupp Arena, Lexington, Kentucky. I still have the ticket stub. Man, that's awesome. I wish I would have kept mine. I just didn't think about that back then.
Think about it, yeah.
Did not.
You didn't think that would be a thing of the past eventually. You just didn't think.
No, you didn't. No, when you're young like that, you don't think about that. I didn't. All I kept thinking about was that chick saying if I could play something else. But
that had to hurt bad, Stuart. That had to hurt.
I was like, no, I can't. I just put the thing up and left. Whatever. Bands actually don't make as much money as they used to. Number 1, album sales are non-existent. Number 2, record labels are ripping them off. Number 3, venues charge way more. Bands make their money from merch sales, AJ Brown says. Thank you, AJ.
AJ breaking it down, 1, 2, 3.
AJ, yes. Yes. Our tech concierge on call.
He is our social media consultant.
Yes. Thank you, AJ. Teacher of the Year out in Texas, by the way. Art G says roughly $150 for the Stones. Same price for McCartney.
Would you ever want to see the Rolling Stones, Joe?
No.
I wouldn't either.
I understand the history.
I respect them for who they are and all that. Don't do nothing.
I mean, they've paid their dues and then some, but I'm not a fan like that. Scott from New York says, I never paid that much money for a ticket. The most I ever paid was maybe $50 for a ticket. I will not spend hundreds of dollars or even $100 for a band. Yeah, I'm on that same kind of opinion. I just think, I think
what I didn't see as many concerts back in the day, man. I'm trying to make up.
Yeah, I know you did.
I didn't, man. I've seen Prince back in the day. I saw Ozzy.
Yeah.
Back when Zach was young, and I saw that, but all the 100 other bands I never saw. So when I see a bunch together, I like to go see them.
Yeah.
Let's get them out in one day.
I understand that. Yeah, because I did my share of concerts when I was younger in high school, and even after that, it was fun. But I guess I'm older. I'm like, I don't want to deal with all that. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with going to a show. I just wouldn't want to pay that kind of money. But that's just me. Texo Cali says Ticketmaster just lost their case in North Carolina a few days ago. A judge will soon decide what happens to them and Live Nation. Might split them up. Hopefully tickets will go way down. That'd be nice. Be nice. Mike E says the only big rock or metal show I went was Ozfest when I was 14 or 15. I saw the original Black Sabbath. Other than that, throughout my high school, my favorite band played local small venues.
That's convenient.
That's good, man. Supporting the bands at the small venues. That's good. Let's see. We got Jay here. Hello, Jay. He says Taylor Swift did a live gig with Def Leppard. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not knocking her. I'm sure she's fantastic. She has to be. She's a billionaire.
Yeah. If
You
she
don't get
wasn't
that
good
way.
at what
You
she
don't
does,
get that way if you suck. You know.
Right. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Scott from New York, Kid Rock is a whack job now. I don't know what is going on with him. I remember when he first came out in the late 90s or something. It was kind of cool, and then he just started to like shift into all these different genres, and he would just like go with what was popular. I thought, in my opinion, he's always put on. I've always heard. Now I've never seen him, but I've always heard he put on a good show, good live show. But I don't know. I don't know what it. I don't know where he stands on personal issues or what's going on. I haven't followed him, but his guitar players, if he still has the same guitar players in his band, they're good. His guitar players are really good. Texo Cali says, sadly, we don't have Waffle House in San Diego, so I have never gotten to try it. But we do have Texas Roadhouse, and they are fantastic. Been there twice and had chicken fried steak and a burger.
Did we bring up Waffle House somewhere?
Somebody did. Somebody else did in the comments, yeah.
Okay.
And Waffle House is a place, speaking of that, I haven't been there in forever. I used to love some Waffle House, and I started to get where I was going a little bit too much, and I was like...
You and me went one time, and
that was the last time I went, and we were going to Guitar Center. Yeah. Yes. Zima, Mike, he said, Ralph said, I remember Zima. He goes, I forgot about that one. Yeah. I think they tried to bring it back out a few years ago, and it wasn't successful, I believe. Let's see here. Scott from South Carolina. My son convinced my wife that Zima wasn't alcohol, and she bought him some.
It's not.
I had to set it straight. Oh, my goodness. I bet there was some disciplinary action on that one.
I don't remember what it tasted like.
It was like carbonated. Yeah, kind of like a Sprite, kind of with a big kick to it, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Chick Mac comments. Hey, Chick, he goes, I just remember that club, but only he was in your 20s. I think they had some good rock acts there. Sometimes I like looking at... do you ever do this, Ralph? Do you ever see like old commercials pop up on your YouTube feed, and maybe you'll look at them or something, you'll be like, I remember that. Mm-hmm. You know, it seems like forever ago, but it really wasn't. But
no, it really wasn't.
But it just, man, I'm like, ooh, I remember that. Let's see. Jay, is that daughter? Am I saying that right? Daughter, I think. I'll just say Jay. Jay says, what do you guys think of Greta Van Fleet?
I know they come out hot and they were the biggest thing. And I think that the one song I heard, I said, well, that's kind of all right. But then it seemed like their stars shine real bright. Then you kind of I don't know if anything, are they still, they still a thing? I don't know. And they were okay, I guess, if to answer the question. It was all right, I guess. Yeah,
they were cool. I honestly, to be truthfully honest with you, I never gave them much of a chance. But when I did hear a song or two, I mean, yeah, it was great. But I wasn't like, I gotta get their record. I wasn't like that. But I heard that from other, I guess, social media comments stuff that they were ripping off like Led Zeppelin or something, or trying to sound like them.
Yeah, those references, I heard those too.
I don't, I can't prove it, but well, let's see here. Kevin Newman says, Ralph, have you tried the banana pudding pies yet? I'm assuming he means Little Debbie.
Yes, we discussed that on the last show. I told everybody, do not purchase them. They're dry. They're skimpy on the banana cream on the inside. If they tripled the banana cream that's inside the pie, it would be better. But the I don't call it a cookie. The pie part on the outside is just really dry. Really dry. So yes, I have tried them. Do not like them. Do not recommend them.
I do not recommend them.
Do not recommend.
All right. I will not get them then. Chick Mac says, I saw Derek St. Holmes in Athens at a club back in 1990. He played all of Uncle Ted's songs. He was a spectacular guitarist. Scott from New York says, in my opinion, Greta Van Fleet will try to be their own originally, still trying to be a clone of Zeppelin. They would be better off and not get the bad rap that they get. Okay, yeah, that's what I'd heard too. So,
well, this younger generation may not familiar with Led Zeppelin and think they're something new. Never hear Greta Van Fleet. Oh man, they're amazing. Well, they sound like Led Zeppelin. Who's that? They don't even know who that is.
Yes, Andy Dion. Hey, Joe and Ralph. Phil McKnight gave you guys a cool shout out last night.
We've been hearing that.
Yes, we appreciate that. That is really cool, man. That is really cool. I'm so thankful that Phil takes the time to give us a shout out, man. That's really nice. Nobody else does that. Downtown AJ Brown, if I wanted crabs, I just go to the strip club in Indiana. Brandy's Dance Boutique. That's good. That's good.
What was the name of it?
Well, you call it Brandy's Dance Boutique, but it's Brandy's Exotic Dance Club. Yeah.
Brandy's Dance Boutique.
Yeah, I remember when you told me
that Uber driver tried to drop us off there at the front door, man. Holy cow!
I was like, no, over here. Like, no, man, we ain't going in there. See, no, we're not going in there. Let's see. Chick Mac, Red Lobster's bringing back all-you-can-eat shrimp. Uh-oh. I didn't know that.
Well, they bring you like 5 at a time. I need some more. Here's 5. Eat them. I can have some more. They bring you 5. Bring me a big old plate. Now here's 5.
This is all you get. Let's see. Chick Mac says, I paid $350 to see Tool. They were good, but not that good. $350. Whew. Man. I never got into them either. Tool. Oh.
You're a Tool. Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't get in. I just couldn't do it. Tex says, actually, Ralph, I love the brick wall look. It's very classy. It beats the white walls any day. And I was going to ask you if it's a real brick wall or something else.
No, I did that. That's wallpaper.
Yeah, it looks really good. He does. Carrie Crouch, someone really needs to make a movie based around Waffle House.
A movie?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Edwin Crane, Zima Sprite that makes you want to puke. Okay. Man. My goodness. Let's go down to Kevin Newman. He goes, I have 100, I think he meant maybe paid, 100 in early 2000 for KISS conventions. Nowadays, it's $1,000 to $4,000. They are all about the money. I understand being a fan of anything, but I think it's ridiculous that some artists or entertainers would charge that much money to see their fans. I mean, these are hardworking people that, just want 30 seconds of somebody's time, and they charge all this money. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, have they finally had their farewell tour? They've been having a farewell tour since 1998 or something like that.
Yeah, they're finally retired now.
The last one, I promise.
Psych. Want some all-you-can-eat shrimp? No.
Can you play something else?
Yeah. Heard this off your album a long time ago. Chris Cobb, he chimes in. He says, Greta Van Fleet is a ripoff of Led Zeppelin. Just my personal opinion. Not to say that kids are not talented. They are for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Nice.
opinions are welcome.
Yeah, all opinions are welcome. Please share your opinions here. Kevin Newman, I paid $100. Zeppelin was accused of ripping off blues artists. They were back in the day.
Well, I mean, everybody's ripping off somebody.
Somebody.
Your influences are going to leach into your playing. They just are,
Uh-oh.
Every riff has been played,
Oh, we've been off the air. We just now got back. I was wondering why the numbers were dropping. Okay, we had technical issues. It says, okay, we're back.
Were we just reading comments to each other? Is that what we were doing?
I think yeah, I guess
I was
so.
saying some really funny stuff. Y'all missed it.
It was free. It was frozen. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know that it was fine on my end. I'm sorry about that.
It's fine on my side. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, that people are saying that it froze up, and the other people said technical issues, so I don't know. That must be on YouTube's end. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do about that.
Were we glitching like Max Headroom? Remember that guy?
Either that or just totally frozen. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank y'all for somebody saying something, because we didn't know.
We did not know.
All right. Hopefully we're back now. Y'all let me know. Let's see.
Yeah. Are we back? We don't know.
Texo Cali says, Phil McKnight should be aware of our discussion from last week about Guitar Center missing tremolo arm issue. He can't either answer why it happens or publicly berate them.
Well, he listens.
Yeah, he checks out the show. Yes, he does. He checks out the show. Phil McKnight is a powerful influencer, and he has the power to create awareness that can lead to changes. Oh yeah, he seems like from my interactions have been very small with him, but he's always been very nice and polite.
Yeah, we're going to start a whammy bar revolution.
No, I don't know. Yeah, see, this is what people are saying. Mr. Curtis, did y'all lose your internet connection? No, sir. I didn't experience anything. Ralph, did you?
No, I thought the show was going normal. Me and Joe were reading comments and saying things.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
We really went on a smoke break is what it was.
Yeah. You were watching AI. No, but okay, we're back. Okay, thank you very much. Matt Axman, I wouldn't pay 10 cents to see Gene Simmons. Ooh, oh boy. Oh, I hear you that. I hear you on that. Thank you, Kerry. He says y'all are back now.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened. That is so crazy. Mikey, back and looking better than ever. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll if the chat will move. Sorry about that. This thing is so touch sensitive, man.
We might be about caught up.
Yeah, we are. We're getting there. Chris Cobb, know you guys along with a lot of the chat into the 80s, but has anyone checked out newer bands trying to emulate the 80s vibe, such as the McKnight or the Strike? Really great stuff. I have not, sir.
I have seen some things on like TikTok or something. I'll see the band and they'll be playing the music in the background, but it's just a picture of the band, and I don't investigate it any further. But I see that going on. Yes, they're kind of bringing back the '80s with the guitar solos and the great.
That's good. I'm glad they are. This must have happened when we froze. Jimmy asked this question, Ralph, so we're going to do it one more time because apparently we were frozen and we didn't know it.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, Jimmy says, and I apologize again, y'all. Jimmy Z says, question for Joe and Ralph and the crew. There is a guy pawning off fake Van Halen songs on YouTube as if they were long-lost treasures, fake AI with Van Halen pictures. What do you guys think of that? Yes. Ralph, if you could please repeat your answer.
Yes, I did see that. I listened to the song and I was like, well, it's kind of good. Why was this not released? And then I looking at it and investigating it was AI, man, which is crazy. That's when I said you can't believe anything you see. Nothing. You need to investigate it, triple check it.
I didn't. Yeah, that was when I read that, Jimmy. That's the first I've heard about that. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know, but Ralph he researches stuff a lot more than I do. I just but I didn't know that. I think it's kind of messed up that somebody would try to pawn that off as, oh, look at what I found. It's not real. So that's kind of you're getting into the dark side of AI there.
Yes.
It's like, man, don't use it for that. But people are going to. Yes, Rod, thank you. Lost you guys for a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry. We had technical issues that we weren't aware of. A lot of people are saying, hey, man, where'd you go? We demand you to be back now. We're not going to stand for this nonsense. I'm like, okay. So I hooked up a couple of wires, and here we are. No, I'm just kidding. But we had something that out of our control. I'm sorry. I do apologize. But yeah,
it's crazy. We had no
interruption on our side for nothing. Crazy. Speaking of Phil, people have been kind enough to talk about Phil. We actually have a little bit of him on here from last night because I saw that and I thought that was really cool. I was in this chat and he was kind enough to respond. So let's take a quick look at this for a second and y'all let me know what you think. If you have seen this, fantastic. If you haven't, please check this out, and we'll be right back.
All right, this is from the Joe Wentz Project. What's up, Joe? He says, hey, my friend, I hope you're doing well this evening. I ordered my first Marshall amp head last night, 100 watt DSL all tube, all the years, and never owned a Marshall before. Oh, this is your first Marshall. Got it from GC Used Online. That's interesting. I've been watching. I listened to you guys. You do. Joe Wentz does a Saturday podcast with him and Ralph. So I listen to it in the background. I'm constantly always looking for guitar talk. Just try. It's tough. Like I said, it's really tough because I like podcasts playing in the background, especially when I'm working. And it's tough to find stuff because everything podcast is sports or politics. That's the sad part. And anyways, so it's really great when there's guitar content to listen to. So I was listening. So I know you had just bought a 5150 iconic head and cabinet. Marshall is its own little magic, man. That's what's great. You'll love the DSL, the 100 watt. Marshall, there's just something about Marshall, especially since you're an Eddie Van Halen fan. What's really funny about Eddie Van Halen is I love the EVH amps, but when you play, especially the way you play Eddie Van Halen, which is pretty dead on accurate and great, when you plug into a Marshall and you play Eddie, it just takes you right there. Even the
it was really nice, man.
Yes.
Thank you, Phil. That was so cool. Thank you very much, man. So yeah, he was kind enough to
just to even mention our names is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was nice of him to he said he watches the show. If you're listening now, Phil, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's really cool.
And yeah, if you watched that last night, he went on a little further and discussed his experience in Indiana. It was kind of funny, man. It's just validated mine and Joe's experience.
Yeah, talking about one of his first trips to Sweetwater and how you can be in one area and walk down a block down and it's completely a bad area.
It's literally like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
One street, it's, crusty. The next street, it's like, big houses, golf courses. Like, what happened?
Yeah. What happened? Yeah.
We were not with the big houses and golf courses.
No, we were with you can imagine what it was. It was yeah. But so that was nice, man. Thank you, Phil, again for that. That was really nice, and that's awesome.
It's a big deal, man.
It is. It is. I'm very humbled that because you can tell Phil is very. He loves what he does, man. He's into guitars, and he's a
passionate.
Look, yes, thank you. He's very passionate about what he does. I mean, the man had his own music store for a long time, his own guitar shop, and he did his best to help people, and he didn't gyp nobody. He didn't try to pull the wool over nobody's eyes. They even got robbed one time. If you look on his channel, you can hear him talk about the story where they got robbed once, and that was scary. But yeah, he's very passionate, and he is an incredible player.
Yes,
And he can do like this bass technique on a guitar, and it's incredible, like a slap with the thumb and then and he does, and I'm like, holy crap, how do you do that on the guitar? And yeah, he's amazing, and so yeah, Ralph and I are very, very humbled. So thank you, Phil, for the shout out.
Thank you very much.
Very nice. Mike E says that, yes, I saw it. I found your channel after he mentioned you the first time months ago.
Cool.
I watch Phil's podcast every Friday when I get home from work. That's awesome, man.
I appreciate that, Mike.
Yes. Thank you, Mike. Jimmy Z, thank you, Joe and Ralph, for going back and answering my question again. I missed the whole thing while you were down.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy, with technical issues there. Sorry about that. Technology is good when it works, and when it doesn't,
works, yes,
it's a train wreck. Jimmy Z, cool shout out by Phil. Yes, absolutely. It was you know what? We'll take what we can get, and then that's and if you're going to get a shout out, that's a great place for somebody to do it. You know, great channel. Very humbled and honored. Big Rod from out there out west says big shout out. Congrats. Thank you, Rod. Casey Lee says great promotion for the channel. Yes, sir. I agree. We're trying to get this channel moving, man, and it's we're doing the best we can. David Edward, Phil is such a great guy. I love that show. He explains things very well too. Yes, he does. I've learned a lot of little things from watching his channel, man. And setups and everything else. I learned that from him. Scott from New York says that's very cool. Thank you, Scott. Texacali says that that is so cool. I love Phil McKnight. He has the true definition of an influencer and a very good dude and positive and true and right and funny too.
Everybody has the same opinion of him. Yep.
Yeah, he definitely knows what he's talking about. That's you know, I've always been the opposite. I've always just like, look, just let me plug in and play, man. I don't know all the ins and outs of stuff. I just know very, very little. I just tinker with Floyd Rose stuff a little bit. That's about it, you know. And that's I never have had the knowledge like that. Let's see. Speaking of going out of your area, Mike E says 2 blocks out of the French Quarter in New Orleans, and you're in trouble. Oh boy, my goodness!
Take a wrong turn, you in trouble.
You in trouble? My goodness. Matt Axman, Phil is super cool. Gave you guys a great shout out. Yes, thank you. Yeah, we're very honored. Very, very honored. Jimmy Z, you cats are famous now. We're not worthy. Come on now. Shoot. No, nowhere near that at all.
You cats. I hadn't heard that phrase.
Yeah, you cats.
You hip cats.
That's groovy.
You cats meow.
Kevin Newman, Joe, that was awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. Let's see. Chris Cobb Music says, Sweetwater, say you want, what now? Say what you want about the place. In my opinion, if I'm going new, it's my go-to. The HD pictures from all angles and details like weight, etc. bring small store experience online. I agree. Yeah, if I'm going new, a new purchase at Sweetwater all the way. Yes. I agree 100%. Let's see. AJ Brown, Jit Boy isn't on the same level as Phil, but he talks about you guys a lot as well. Really? Well, man, he's a fantastic player too.
Yes. I saw where you had asked, or somebody had asked him, he was in your chat on one of your lives, asked him what bands he had played with, and he rattled off this very impressive list of bands, you know?
Yeah, he's played with a lot of bands.
Very impressive.
And if you watch him play,
yes,
you believe the list. Yes.
I didn't doubt it, not a second.
Jess from the Caribbean, hello. Hey, did you guys I think have you guys seen Alice Cooper's new guitar player? 22 years old. She rocks. I have not. No.
I thought it was Nita Strauss. Is it not?
I don't know.
No, she's not 22 years old.
No, she's probably in her mid 30s.
I'm sure whoever he got, you got to be good to play with.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but that's cool though, Jess. Thank you. Tex says, by the way, are you guys on the same time every Saturday? Yes.
Yes.
Is it important for me to know? It is important for me so I can plan around it. I don't want to miss it. Also, I'm missing out on my guitar work right now, but that's okay.
He's going to rearrange his life around our show.
You can you can always have us on in the background, Tex, and still do your guitar chores, sir. I mean, but thank you for tuning in. There he is, Rico B. Hey now. From a beautiful 76 degrees in Arizona. Awesome that Phil gave you guys a shout out once again.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
It's not the first time.
We've been fortunate, yes. Very fortunate. Mr. Curtis says that I like things better the way they work. That's a fine line from a Blackberry Smoke song called "Like I Am." Seemed appropriate to put in there with the glitch and all. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Curtis. Yeah. Let's see. Let me go down to Kevin Newman. We're getting to our cutoff. Golly, we're already at our... Man, that time went by quick. Kevin Newman says, one last question. Did you call GC about the whammy bar? No, sir, I didn't. I never did. Honestly, I forgot about it. I got busy with work and everything else. And, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, the Nita Strauss is on maternity leave. So they had to recruit a fill-in guitar player. Oh.
All right.
Okay. That explains that. It makes sense. Okay. User Brian VH5150. Hello. Phil is awesome. Really knows guitars inside and out. And his reviews are so pinpoint and accurate. Yep. Yes. I love to watch his reviews as well.
And what I like too, I've noticed if he makes a mistake, he'll say so on another show, or if he, said something wrong somewhere, he will correct himself. I like that too.
Yes.
I'm humble enough to know
if
he said something wrong,
And the thing that I really enjoy is when he interviewed the Guitar Center CEO, and then he interviewed the Sweetwater CEO. And then he's going back, I think, y'all can let me know in the chat. I think at the end of this month, he's going back to interview the Guitar Center CEO once more.
Interesting.
Yeah, because, Guitar Center is supposedly coming out with this big reveal of a guitar that's supposed to be above and beyond any other guitars that's ever been made, and everybody's kind of on the edge of their seat. Well, we are in this little community that, like, what could it be?
Right.
Is this going to be something that's going to work for them? Is this just a bunch of hype? If it is, it's a brilliant marketing move, promotional move, I guess. But
I'm sure they'll send Phil one and he can review it.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. Yeah, but it's AJ Brown. It's the cutoff time because Ralph has to go to bed. Yeah, that's exactly true. Yeah, we would go for another 4 hours, but. He's got to go to bed, and he wants his Little Debbie banana cake. So I got to, can you play something else?
If you don't want me to grouchy old bastard, it's time to go to bed.
I'm just kidding. The next interview with Phil and GCCO is going to be good. Get your popcorn ready. Yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to that. Definitely, Mike. GC definitely has its negatives, but we're all miss seeing them in their stores if their stores are ever gone. Yeah, we still love going there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have nothing. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I don't wish Guitar Center bad. I'm glad they're still here. There needs to be places like that here.
Yes.
And even though in Bill Burr's comedy skit, he said one of the saddest things to see is a grown middle-aged men in Guitar Center. And I thought, well, you were there too, weren't you? I mean,
sure, you had to be there to see us.
I mean, so I think, things change when you get older, which he knows that, but
What does he want to see there?
I don't know, man. Made for good content, I guess. But Mr. Josh Thomas, hello. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, Mr.
Nice to
Thomas.
see you. All right, that's going to be it for us, y'all.
But wrap.
That is a wrap, as they say. Man, my goodness, what a fantastic show this has been. Because of y'all, and we apologize for the glitch earlier. I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
You'll see it when you go back and look at it.
Oh my God, that'll be horrible. Yeah, it'll be like, what the heck? But Ralph, any final thoughts? Anything else that you'd like to add?
This coming Friday, we're going to the guitar shop. Are we not?
We are scheduled to go to the new location. There'll be a grand opening of this new facility for the guitar shop.
It's a soft opening, so that's going to be cool. Soft opening.
Yeah, it's going to be really looking forward to it. I even invested in some better wireless mics so Ralph and I could use them with the GoPro camera. I put some money into that. I'm trying to best to up our game quality wise. So
I'll be wearing them. You hear every word we say.
Yeah, I'll be wearing a mic. He'll be wearing a mic. So if we kind of get a little bit apart, we'll still be, can hear what's going on. And so we're supposed to do that. I'll reach out to Chris later this week just to make sure we're good. But as far as I know, we are. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be really nice. I've been following his progress on Facebook. Have you, Ralph?
Oh yes, I've been.
Oh my God, I seen when it was just the space, and now it's stocked. Fantastic. I said, oh my God,
I saw when they were hanging up the panels. Now it's got guitars on it.
Oh, it looks so good, man.
And he kind of sectioned stuff off too. Schecter, PRS.
Yeah, I know he's psyched, man, and we are too, and we're very honored that they would have us there to film for their grand opening, and so look for that video to come out in a couple of weeks, I guess, and we have a couple other things in the back pocket that we're working on. So
yes,
but and also if you're a member of the channel, I want to take a minute to say thank you so much for being a member of this channel. It means a lot. Thank you for your support. There is member content on here if you're interested in that. And if you're not a member, hey, if you want to check it out for a month, see what you think. The member content is different from this type of content. It's a little bit more personal. I share more stories and stuff, maybe what's going on with my life, maybe, kind of a vlog type thing. I try to give something to the members to watch when I can. I can't put those videos out all the time, but I do what I can. So, all right, I guess, is that it, Ralph?
That is it.
Wrap us up? Okay.
Wrap it.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining, and we look forward to seeing y'all next time. We appreciate it so much. All right, take care.
See ya.